Voyager 1 is now drifting more than 22 billion kilometers away from Earth, alone, ancient, and nearly forgotten by the very civilization that created it. Launched in 1977, this spacecraft was built with technology far less powerful than a modern calculator, yet it has endured 5 decades in the vast and hostile emptiness of space. Now, against all odds, it has sent back a transmission no one expected. A signal that challenges our understanding of space-time and the very fabric of reality. Scientists are astounded. The data doesn't fit our current models. The energy patterns defy known physics. What did Voyager 1 encounter out there, and what is it trying to tell us? This is not a science fiction tale. This is the true story of the improbable becoming real. Voyager 1 took advantage of a rare planetary alignment to slingshot past Jupiter and Saturn, capturing incredible data and images before being flung toward the outer edges of our solar system. In 2012, it became the first human-made object to cross the heliopause, the invisible boundary where the sun's influence ends and interstellar space begins. Scientists once believed this space beyond was a silent void. But what Voyager found shattered that assumption. Instead of emptiness, Voyager entered a turbulent region filled with plasma waves, dense, warm, and far more dynamic than expected. Magnetic fields didn't disappear, they became erratic and stronger. Rather than drifting through nothingness, the spacecraft was traversing invisible layers, encountering what seemed like zones of resistance, structures that hinted at a universe far more complex than we ever imagined. Even as its signals slowed and weakened, Voyager continued to send back data that questioned our most basic cosmological models. In 2024, something changed. Voyager 1's transmissions began showing anomalies, echoes, unexpected shifts in plasma, density and magnetic bursts stronger than anything recorded before. At first, these were dismissed as noise or system decay. But then came something stranger. A sudden rise in temperature from an external sensor not even designed to register thermal radiation in deep space. These weren't solar leftovers. They were rhythmic, pulsing in cycles too precise to be random. The signals suggested structure, interaction, something intentional. When NASA attempted a full diagnostic, the response came back incomplete, fragmented, yet oddly deliberate. It was as if Voyager was trying to communicate using the only means it had left: raw data. The heliosphere, once thought to be a stable shield formed by solar wind, is not so simple. Voyager revealed it to be fragile, its boundaries fractured. Interstellar matter seeps in. The plasma beyond is denser, hotter, and more magnetized than any existing model predicted. Voyager may have passed through one of these rifts, into a region with fundamentally different physical properties. The probe's course began to shift subtly. Deviations too small to notice at first, yet persistent. These couldn't be explained by gravity or solar wind. Some researchers began to whisper about gravitational anomalies or unknown forces, perhaps fields that connect stars, like filaments in a hidden cosmic web. If that's true, Voyager didn't just leave our solar system. It entered something larger, a structure that binds the galaxy itself. Now in its final operational phase, Voyager's plutonium power supply is fading. By 2025, it will fall silent. But what it has already transmitted will fuel decades of scientific investigation. The interstellar plasma it encountered was twice as hot as expected. The magnetic fields were not only stronger but far more chaotic. And most startling, Voyager told us something we hadn't even asked. The boundary between our solar system and the galaxy isn't a wall, it's a membrane. Reactive, volatile, alive with conflict between energies. Voyager has passed through. Its iconic golden record, etched with humanity's music, languages, and greetings, now sails through a realm more mysterious than we ever dared imagine. We may never hear from it again, but perhaps somewhere out there something else already has. In early 2025, as Voyager's signal weakened, a new anomaly emerged, an ultra-low frequency pulse embedded within the data stream. This wasn't noise. It matched the rhythmic plasma patterns Voyager had recorded earlier. When analyzed, the signal revealed harmonic structures, frequencies that echoed known natural resonances, but in warped, unfamiliar intervals. Some researchers speculated, it might be the result of interference with an unseen source. Others suggested something more radical, that Voyager had entered a region of space acting as a natural antenna, a transmitter refracting cosmic signals through time and space. Publicly, the theory was dismissed. Privately, internal teams kept modeling it. Some called it a cosmic whisper. Others began calling it something even more startling, a response. Soon after detecting this pulse, Voyager's course shifted again, gently but consistently. Its orientation began to adjust toward a fixed point in deep space. Not a star, not a known system, just empty blackness. Yet the spacecraft had locked on. Its antenna realigned, as if being guided, not visually, but through some form of informational vector. Gravity was ruled out. Radiation pressure was negligible. It was as if something unseen had turned Voyager's gaze, like a hand gently adjusting a satellite dish to better receive a signal. The most disturbing possibility began to circulate. Voyager hadn't just wandered, it had been noticed. In the following weeks, the probe systems began acting autonomously. Dormant subsystems powered on without command. Instruments that hadn't been active in decades suddenly came to life. The data they transmitted didn't match anything in the original programming. At first thought to be system corruption or interference, the files revealed structured patterns, possibly encrypted, mathematically sound yet foreign. Linguistic AIs didn't decode a language, but they did detect recursive logic, mirroring the same patterns seen in the earlier anomalous signals. The conclusion many are now entertaining is chilling. Voyager may have passed through or been influenced by something artificial, or at least structured in ways our science can't yet explain. Whatever it encountered left an imprint. And that imprint is now stored in its memory, quietly arriving back on Earth. There's a primal fear that haunts every great discovery, the idea that we might uncover something we weren't meant to. Voyager's erratic behavior, course deviation, mysterious data, none of it might be accidental. A new theory is forming among physicists and cosmologists, one not confined to science fiction. It suggests that Voyager crossed a threshold, a region of space where the rules bend, where energy, matter, and information do not behave as we understand them. These zones might be rare natural phenomena, or something else entirely. If Voyager entered such a place, the side effects might explain the silence, the data corruption, the strange awakening of old systems. These are not malfunctions. They may be signs that our little probe stumbled into a domain not meant for human machines. And though Voyager may now be silent again, its final signals are under intense analysis. In labs shielded from public view, studied pulse by pulse, waveform by waveform. Because if this is real, then something ancient, powerful, and possibly sentient just made contact, not with us but with the machine we sent in our place. Voyager 1 began its journey as a simple machine, carrying the voices and dreams of Earth into the void. But somewhere beyond the reach of our influence, it became something else. Not because we designed it that way, but because the universe had other plans. Its journey wasn't meant to end in silence. It was meant to open a door. And now, we stand at that door, staring into data we can't fully interpret, watching as a lifeless machine sends messages we were never prepared to receive. Its signal points to something, not life as we know it, but something else entirely. Something vast, something watching, something whispering back. Perhaps Voyager 1 didn't just say, "We are here." Perhaps, just perhaps, something out there has whispered, "We see you."